Hey guys, Treetop Thoughts here. Come join me for some tips regarding swiping and dating. In this episode, I'm going to share my experience with both the online dating apps, Tinder and Bumble. What are we waiting for? Let's get swiping. What guy actually walks up and asks you for your number nowadays? Dating is just changing. It's becoming very different from what it used to be, and we just gotta get used to it. The common dating app myth is that everybody is here for a hookup and not to actually date. Tinder is mainly based for dating. Bumble has different sections that you can choose to swipe through. You can go through the dating section. You can go through the BFF section, where you find friends to maybe go out on a Friday night with. Or you can go through the business section and find potential clients or people to collaborate with. It's a pretty awesome deal. If you're wanting to use the app, you simply create an account. You go in, you can add 6 or so pictures. You can create a small little bio for everyone to read and maybe attach your Instagram or your music to your account. Once you start swiping, if you swipe right, that means you like the person. If you swipe left, it's like hitting the next button and going to view the next profile. Being catfish simply means that you agreed to go out with this guy. Little did you know, he put up fake pictures and this guy shows up to the date. Alright, the fun stuff. Some tips on swiping. So first, are they cute? Second, do they have a good bio? Okay, my rules. If they have one picture, no. Why would you only put one picture? People want to see what you look like, dressed up, dressed down, swimming. The type of pictures that they post are very important. Some people post fun pictures like snowboarding and being out with friends. I like to see a few selfies so I can see what the person looks like, or at least a picture of just them, because that's one very confusing thing. When somebody puts a picture in a group, you have to guess which person it is by which person is in every picture, and sometimes that's confusing because some of their friends are in all their pictures. Another type of picture that drives me crazy are the Snapchat filters with the dog face. Some people post like 6 pictures, all with Snapchat filters. I can't tell what you look like even though you're posting selfies. It's annoying, and I don't even think that they're attractive personally. I'm like, oh my gosh, okay, next. One thing that's kind of nice about Tinder, you cannot send a picture. You can't send any pictures whatsoever across Tinder. Bumble, you can send pictures, but when a picture comes across, it's kind of like blurred out. And if you click on the picture, then it will pop up and you'll actually be able to see what it is. Your bio is another very big key to these dating apps. People who are actually interested will read your bio. I read people's bios because it kind of gives me a little taste of who they are. The bio tells a lot about a person. They tell you what they like to do, where they like to have fun, maybe their age and their height. There are also some keys of bios to swipe left for, even if the person is cute. Some guys literally put, here for a good time, not a long time. If you're into that, swipe right, it's your own deal. But if you're trying to avoid hookups in that type of situation, swipe left on those people, because that's literally what they're insinuating in their bio. If you're into the same things, then you probably are going to have a lot to talk about in person. Now, some people I think look a little interesting, but their bios are so good that I swipe right anyways, because I think that they might have a good personality. Who messages first? Honestly, I don't think it really matters. Some guys, even in their bios, will state, break the chain and message first, or I'm not gonna message first, which I think is a little ridiculous. Like, if you like someone, you can message them first. Tinder and Bumble are different in this area. Tinder, anyone can message first. Bumble, only girls can message first, which I kind of like. I feel like Bumble is a little bit more along the respectful lines. life. Just like a random little opener, just to see which guys message back and which guys actually hold a conversation. Typically, once a personal conversation starts, whether the girl or the guy starts it, you kind of start asking questions, blah, 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 small talk, and then you see if you're potentially compatible to go out. Personally, I message everybody. Now, if you do happen to swipe right for someone who has a good bio and good pictures, if you don't like how they're talking to you, there's always an option to unmatch with the person, or you can report them for being inappropriate or using inappropriate language. I think the guy should always ask the girl to go out. If I'm talking to a guy, I'm going to wait for him to ask me out, because that shows he's interested and might want to get to know me. If he doesn't ask me out, then I don't think he's interested in it. We're just talking. One thing that drives me absolutely crazy is when a guy says, we should go out sometime next week. And I would respond, yeah, totally, I'm down for that. This is another test. I wait and see if they actually plan anything. If they plan a day, if they plan the date, or if they ask you, okay, where would you like to go? What are you interested in doing? And then you can respond, and kind of shows their planning skills to actually go out. And it's really, really, really nice when a guy will actually plan the date out. Now, the most awkward part of dating apps is meeting your date in person. It's different because you have to find them based off of the pictures that they've posted. Sometimes they will look different in person. They'll look either cuter or weirder or just completely different, and there's also the occasion you will be catfished. I've never been catfished. I like to get the person's Snapchat and have them send me a picture of their face before we go out, so I know who I'm talking to. Now, because you've just met this person and they might look different and you've been talking over an app the entire time, it might be a little bit awkward at first. Like, I've been on a few dates where I've felt like I wanted to leave because I thought they were so awkward, or the chemistry wasn't quite lining up and just didn't really know what to talk about. But I waited it out and it got better. So in those situations, don't just leave. Wait it out a little bit, try and talk, make some conversation. If the first date goes well, then obviously a second date should be put out on the table. If it doesn't go well, then be completely honest at the end of the date. That is something I've learned is so helpful. It leaves both people knowing exactly where the other person stands. At the end of one of my dates, I told the guy, look, you're really nice, you're really sweet. I just didn't feel like we vibed on a dating level. I will be friends with you and hang out with you in group situations, but I just don't feel like we have that chemistry. So just be upfront, be blunt if you have to. And if you don't see eye to eye, I have some good news.
You can keep on swiping.
Thanks for joining me in my thoughts. This was episode 1 of my new dating series. Stay tuned for more episodes on tips for dating. Until next time, bye guys!